Right, hi everyone. Welcome to the video. Let me just take my coffee a little bit. So, as promised, it's Sunday today, and it's time for Q&A. So, all your questions, your doubts, your suggestions, put it in the comments, and let's start the video. Let me just check the chats real quick. Yeah, so let's wait for a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, people have chance to connect, and you can ask all your questions, all your comments, and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, I don't know. You can type your questions, of course, if you want. Meanwhile, by the way, what am I? I have some ideas that I want the community to work on. So if people are connecting here, I can tell my ideas. There is some projects that I think would be really helpful to the entire Python community, I believe. So yeah, let's wait for a couple of more minutes and see if people are joining. All right, I see people have joined here. I have a one question here. So let me pull up my comments. Okay, so Kapil says, is Flutter is the future for the app development? Honestly, yes, it is one of the most advanced. I think it's one of the best things for app development for iOS, Android, because the thing is, think about it. Like, if you have to build apps, you have to know Swift for iOS, for Android, Kotlin. I mean, it's so tedious. I mean, knowing different languages and all. And the problem is different screen sizes. You have to deal with all of that. Flutter takes care of everything because it basically is based on widgets. So you just have to put widgets. You can pretty much make any complicated app you want for iPad or Android and stuff like that. So I think Flutter is the future, and definitely you should invest some time in learning that. So yeah. Samir Gaikwad says, "Hi. Recently, I came across your Django playlist, and I liked it so much to learn." Oh, thanks a lot. I hope you have enjoyed it. But honestly, I don't use much Django because I prefer using, as I said, I prefer using Flask as it's more easy than Django. So, of course, I mean, depends. Okay, Kapil is asking one more question. It says, "Is Flutter going to take over the Android Studio?" No. So the way this works is, okay, let me put it this way. So the Flutter basically has its own SDK, right? And Android Studio is just an IDE, like IntelliJ, VS Code, PyCharm, all of these are IDEs. So Android Studio is one of the IDEs that is used to code Flutter. So you can also code Flutter apps in like VS Code, IntelliJ, whatever you want. Like, so all you have to do is basically you have to install the Flutter SDK. I did not make a video on that because there are plenty of resources right now. So yeah, that's your answer to your question. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that I want to work on a project, and if anyone wants to join, please feel free to join. So, what is the project about? So, the project is about you have to write REST APIs. You need an API endpoint. Now, guys, it's pretty tedious to write code, right? You have to write all that code like get, request, put, and post, and all of that. Wouldn't it be amazing that automatically using CLI, the code would be generated automatically? So so for example, if on a command line, if you say, hey, request, then it will show you option get, put, post. You say get, then it's going to say how many query parameters, and you add all of that, and automatically it will generate a code for you, just like a Django CLI. So that's something I want to work on. All right, we have one more question. Have you done with your oh yeah, I'm done with my masters. I'll be graduating this May. Yeah, so on yeah, technically I'll be done with my masters by the end of this semester. Double masters, by the way. Yeah. All right, let's see any more questions here. So as I said, yeah, I want to work on like more, as I said, the code generation softwares in Python now. That would be my stuff now. Okay, Kapil is asking one more question. Have you taken a full-time job there or planning to come to India? Oh, all right. So the thing goes like this. So currently, so basically, after you graduate, you have like 3 months to find a job, right? So honestly, I did find a job. I have a job from a company called as Job Target as a full stack software engineer. I did not disclose it on YouTube yet for some reason because I wanted to be very sure that the job is there because looking at the scenario of coronavirus and things are pretty crazy right now. So honestly, I do have a job as of now, but can't say what's going to happen tomorrow. So I did not disclose it yet to the community that I do have a job. Coming to India, I'm not sure about India right now because things are a little crazy right now because right now the airports in India are shut down. I mean, even in the United States, the airport there's a travel ban. I don't know when can I travel. Maybe next year. Maybe I can try. Maybe next year or maybe after that. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, it's always good to know your hardware. It's always good to know hardware. Definitely, I started exploring more of software engineering right now because I think there are more job opportunities in software rather than hardware. So and think about it, like the hardware. I mean, hardware jobs you have to be physically inside the lab and stuff like that. And right now, looking at the situation, you won't be able to access any labs. So I think that's the reason. I mean, of course, I have a very good knowledge in hardware as well, but my more more of my passion is now in the software industry because now I mean if you see I mean I can write pretty much any complicated code in any language, C++, C, Java, Python, C Sharp, and stuff like that. I can upload data on AWS, DynamoDB, AWS IoT Core, and stuff like that. So all of these is basically all of these things requires a very good software skills. And having a background in electronic and software both, so I was able to do both of them. So I think it's being, I mean, it will of course benefit you. Like since I have background in both of them, I can program hardware as well as software. So yeah. All right, we have one more question. I want to learn about web crawling and scraping using proxy. Regarding web scraping, I do have some tutorials. The what I would say with if you really want to learn web scraping, do it by yourself instead of like copying code. So that's my honest advice to you. Go and physically type the code and see how it's working. The beautiful soup. So that will help you a lot. With using proxies, it's a little complicated. I made a library on that. So what it does is basically it uses different IP addresses and to make a request. So that's what proxy is. So you can refer to my videos that I have on proxy. Any plan to shut back on hardware? I don't think so. Yeah, of course, I do know hardware. I mean, but as of now, I would be more inclined towards software engineering, like more architecture and dealing with apps and stuff like that. Oh, regarding the home automation API, Victor, sorry, I didn't have time to get back to you. I was busy with my work, so I did not write back to you. But honestly, try to see some tutorials on YouTube how an API is written, how to make a GET request, POST request, and stuff like that. So you can trigger your home automation system like your lights, fan, and stuff like that. So hopefully that should help. Uh, Honestly, I don't have that much time that I can mentor you or guide you. Like I can give you much of time because I have a lot of things to do. I apart from my work, I have to do all the household work and stuff like that. And after that, I dedicate some time for YouTube so everyone can learn. So honestly, personally giving you advice or right, that wouldn't be possible. So I'm really very sorry about that. But I would advise you to learn about the REST APIs and get put and post request. Hopefully that helps. Let's see the comments. Can you make a video on how can I get a scholarship for masters in US in the hardware? In the hardware, if yes, then few basic information. What would be the process and how much should it? Yeah, definitely. I can make a video on how to get a scholarship in the United States. Try to honestly, couple. My honest advice. I mean, of course, there are jobs in hardware. I'm not saying there are no jobs, but software engineering industries has more scope than hardware. I know you're pretty good at hardware. I have been seeing your videos on YouTube. You are an excellent hardware developer. with microcontrollers and stuff like that. But having a software, like a hands-on software will really help you, like how do I make this code more efficient? How do I use algorithms? So I would say try to, I mean, if possible, try to learn a little bit about software engineering. Apart from that, yeah, definitely I'll try to make a video on how to get scholarships or masters in US. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah, list your questions, man. So as I said, I want to work on REST API code. Automatically, the code would be generated for Python. So like if you say, hey, I want to make a REST API for, I want to do a GET request, and the query parameters are, hey, he should accept a name, a phone number, like if you pass the query parameter. So automatically, the entire Python code for the REST API would be generated automatically, like a scaffold. So I want to work on that project. I think the entire world will use that CLI tool, like a Django CLI. Like you just say Django CLI, or the Django admin create project or something like that. So it'll be like a Flask REST API create, something like that. So I want to work on that. That's my project. That's nice that you're learning Android. I would recommend you to do the Flutter way, because that's the new way instead of doing the Java Kotlin way of Android. If you're doing the old way, I would highly recommend to switch right now, because things are changing and you need to change. So Flutter is the new upcoming technology for cross-platforms app like iOS, Android, and you can deploy on various stuff. So I would highly recommend a couple to uh, do the Flutter way and not the Kotlin or the way in Android. Just my suggestion. All right. Let's see any more questions here. Victor says, thank you for your answer. Know how to make a get post put, etc. I am making an API wrapper around the Philips Hue API, the latest. That's good, Victor. Hope you would be succeeding in your project. So yeah. Yeah, Victor, I'll try to check your messages if possible. Okay, Krish is here, and he says, hey, I'm in third year of engineering. Could you help me to advise on what should you wait? Sorry, I don't have my specs. So, what should I do to build a good resume or for a machine learning? Oh, all right. So, Krish, that's really great that you are in your third year of engineering, and now I think this is the right time for applying jobs. Uh, Honestly, I mean, there is no right answer to this, but a resume should follow a certain template. I mean, what I mean by that is basically don't try to include like everything, like be to the point. Like if you say I did machine learning, so what? Like you have to say like by doing machine learning, what were the outcomes or what were the advantage of doing that? Like for example, if I say made a machine learning model to predict diabetes. So you rephrase it in such a way that it's more attractive. For example, created a machine learning model for doctors to predict diabetes with an accuracy of 99 or whatever. So these numbers plays a very important role in your resume. So resume should be, of course, like one page, not more than one page, I would say. And after that, I mean, honestly, Krish, you can have a look at my resume on my website, sawmillshah.herakuapp.com. There is my resume, so you can have a look at the template basically, or even if you can go on my LinkedIn and check my resume, so you'll at least have an idea of the template that I'm talking about. And another tip that I would like to give you on your resume would be on general resume would be basically try to go to like people's profile on LinkedIn, like read as many people's profile as you can for ML people, like people who are doing machine learning at Google, at Facebook, at Yahoo. Read how they are writing their resume, how they are writing their skills and stuff, how they are playing with the words. So that will really help you how to put everything in just one page. Hopefully that helps. Honestly, Krish, certificates, yeah, I mean, I would say don't include that. So, because your resume has to be one page. I mean, you can't put everything in one page. It's not gonna fit. You have to your resume should speak loud that you are the one. So as many keywords, as many numbers, as many technology, don't include certificates. Projects include one or two, the best projects that you have done so far, and that impacted positively on the community. For example, I included a project called as what was that? Yeah, created a library, Weather USA, which helped the community. Like you know, like I said, like I had like 500, 600 downloads that library. People downloaded that. So I included numbers and figures. So don't include like a lot of projects. Two or three projects is good. And when they ask about it, you can say, hey, I've done this stuff. You can go to my GitHub. GitHub is one of the excellent stuff to show projects and showcase your stuff. So create a good GitHub profile and post all your projects there. And you can say, if you want to know more, go to the GitHub, and that's how it works. Yeah, so the Flask API that I told you, I haven't started working. I want some time to do that. Yeah, so this should actually benefit the entire world, I would believe, because think about it, like Django CLI, you can just create Django projects with that. You can just say Django admin create project. So why not something do like for the Flask? Like I discovered and there was nothing like for REST API. If you want to create a REST API, I can just say Flask REST API create project, and it's going to create a scaffold. Then it will be asking me questions like, hey, you want to do a get request, put or delete? I say get. Okay, what are the query parameters? It'll ask you one by one. I say name. Okay, enter. Do you want to include more? If I say yes, if I press enter, okay, what's the next parameter? Like address, and then I say net. Do you want to continue? No. Then after that, it will process all of that and automatically generate a scaffold code for me. So a code generation for me. That would be really cool. Yeah, I will work on it when I have some time. So that's my Aryan, honestly, I was into machine learning like few years back. I think has been a year or two. I mean, I have lost my what do you say, like hands-on machine learning. I mean, I do know I did like a lot of ML during that time. I coded the entire CNN from scratch without even in any library. So, but that was a time. Now it has been like about 1.5 years. I forgot all the formulas. I need to revise all of that. So I don't think so. I would be able to help you with that because it has been a long time with ML. I have my notes, all of that. These many big notes. I gotta refer all of that, and um, I'll see if I have some time. I will try to do that. Oops. Oh, my stand. All right. Let's see. Can I work under you in this project? I'm impressed by. Yeah, Krish, you can of course join and making your API creator software. It would be very nice. Yeah, so we can collaborate on GitHub. We have a Slack community, so you can join on the Slack as well. So yeah, why you don't use machine learning now? Did you lose your interest? Um, Honestly, see, this is the honest thing I'm telling you. Okay, here is the very honest answer from me. I'm the one who's not gonna give you round and round answer. The thing is, I did a lot of ML, and I thought I'll get a job at maybe good companies for as an ML engineer. I did a lot of machine learning, all created a lot of models, optimized all of that, learned all of the equation, math, and all of that. And I made so many machine learning models, NLP, and all of that. And eventually, when you go for applying jobs, I mean, nobody even replied for it. I mean, like, what the fuck? I mean, I studied like at least 6, 7 months on that. I spent a lot of time and effort, and when it came to getting jobs, it was very hard to get a job. So I just said, fuck this, man. I don't want to work on ML anymore. So I dropped that and I went into web development because I knew that the web development is a pretty hot topic. Every company has a website and like tools or software or some stuff like that. So web development had more basically opportunities. I'm not saying like ML does not have opportunity. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I was not able to find it. I got demotivated and I just stopped on ML. So but yeah, it's nothing. I mean, knowledge is something you will be staying with you for lifelong. It's not like a waste, right? Of course, I know about everything about ML now. I can create models if I want to in future. So yeah, that's the honest answer that I want to do. So yeah, if anyone yeah, interested in the API generation code for the Flask REST API, the one that I just talked about, if you want to make one with me, yeah, come on, man. Let's catch up and let's build something, man, for the community. All right. Yeah. Questions. Any questions? Anything you want to know? Yeah, this is the time. So Sundays, I try to take out some time for answering all the questions. Yeah, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw this. I made a web scraping code for COVID-19. Someone from YouTube channel asked me, "Hey, can you scrape Indian websites so we can access the COVID-19 data and we can do something?" So I said, "Oh yeah, it's easy, one line." So I did that. So yeah, check out that video. Yeah, what's your GitHub ID? I don't know. I forgot my GitHub ID. I can get back to you. Should be there on my website. Yeah, I'll get back to you with my GitHub ID. I don't remember it right now. Will you make a video about AWS? I already have like a lot of videos on AWS. I think I have about 30 videos on AWS. So I think you should go. It's called, it's under the playlist called as Boto 3. So yeah, like S3 bucket, EC2 instance, uploading data on S3, all of that you will find it on that playlist. So it's already there. Can you make a tutorial on AWS MQTT Shadow Nuke Shadow Client? I think what you mean by that is accounts is basically IoT core, right? If you connect your IoT devices or Raspberry Pi to AWS IoT core, and then basically you would basically create like a shadow stuff. I think I do have a videos on that. If that is what you are asking, then you should check out the videos on AWS IoT core. Yeah, is that what you're asking? If yes, then I do have some. I think I have 4 tutorials on that AWS IoT core. Yeah, I have tutorials. So kindly check out those tutorials. Utsav says hi. Hi Utsav. Hope you are doing good. Yeah. I wish, I mean, see, my most of the time, I always plan to do some codes like that'll help the community and stuff. Like I've been doing a lot of coding now. I mean, if you see my GitHub profile, I mean, I like to develop libraries and stuff that will help the community. Because remember what we are doing is basically, I mean, okay, you do code something and you just leave it. I mean, why don't you publish it? Let the world use it. I mean, people from all over the, like India, China, everyone is going to use that. US, Russia, you never know. So uh, believe in publishing your work, whatever you do it. That's what I would say to everyone who's writing code. Because here's the thing: today, we are here for a very small time, right? Like maybe 50 or 60, 70. Maybe after that you're going to go, right? But your code that is published, your libraries that are published, will still be able to use. Like everyone from the world will be still able to use those libraries and modules, if that makes sense, right? So publish your work. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I can provide links to my IoT core tutorials after the live video. Yeah. So yeah, I've been honestly, you know what? For the Flutter stuff, I just mastered Flutter within like 1 week. Since I had a background in C++, C Sharp, and all of that, so the syntax was similar. So I was able to adjust it quickly with Flutter as well. So it's easy. I did some tutorials on Terraform as well. So it was amazing to learn Terraform. Yeah, yeah, I'm Gujarati man. કેમ છો મજામાં? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, where am I starting from? Okay. So I did my schooling like I completed my school from Amula Kamichan Vimti Lakshi Vidyalay, which is basically in Mumbai, in Matunga area. Right, I did my school. Then I for my 11th and 12th I went to KJ Somaya Institute, KJ Somaya Science and Commerce. It's in Vidya Vihar, I guess, or Ghatkopar, whatever. Yeah, so it's there. After that, I came for engineering and electronic engineering at KJ Somaya, SIAM, right? I completed my bachelor's in electronics for 4 years there. Then I came to United States in 2017, I suppose. I think so. Yeah, and now this semester I'll be graduating with double masters in electrical and computer. So that's about, yeah. And I was in Vidya Lankar as well for my classes. So yeah, yeah, Vidya Vihar, yeah, yeah. Honestly, okay, from which age I started coding? Honestly, guys, 2 years back, 2017. I'm a very fresher, a newbie in IT industry. My originally background was from electronic engineering, so I just started coding. I mean, it has been 2 years. So in India, Gujarat states to number corona. Yeah, Gujarat state stats. Are you talking about the stats of corona patients in Gujarat? All right. Any more questions? We have 5 more minutes because we usually set up time for like 30 minutes of like live share. So, yeah, I know it's that's weird. Manu says hi. Yeah, so we have 5 more minutes, guys, and we'll be wrapping up this session here. Any technical questions you have, kindly go ahead and ask anything that you want to ask or something like that. Oh yeah, sure. Don't worry. I'll post the links to AWS IoT code. Don't worry about that. Definitely, I'll do that. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's an amazing question, I think. Hacker rank or lead code should you solve? Okay. I want to tell something about here. This, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, how can people judge? Like, honestly, I had the skills. I was pretty good at programming, and everyone is asking data structures and algorithm. What the fuck? I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, what you do at the data structure algorithm, it's not going to help you. That if you do not, if here's the thing, guys, if you are not able to solve any questions on lead code, that does not mean you cannot style an element on HTML or web page. That does not mean that I cannot write some code. I mean, it's pretty demotivating. I don't know. I mean, I tried it, and it was very I mean, how do I say this? I mean, not even FANG. I don't know why other small companies are also like opting for data structures algorithm. Even in interviews, every single time they will ask you all this data structures algorithm, and if you're not able to solve, that means you don't know coding. How does that mean if solving data structure? If I'm not able to solve one thing, that does not mean I'm able to. That does not mean that I cannot code, right? I mean, I've been through so many interview processes and all, and I was grilled up badly at data structures algorithm because okay, I don't know that. That does not mean I am not a good coder, right? I mean, I can write pretty much any complicated code, but all I'm saying is don't judge people based on your algorithm, the data structure. It's not the end. I mean, if you're not able to solve a question, that does not mean that you don't know programming or you're not good at programming. Uh, I mean, it's just useless. I mean, it's just to filter out the cream people, I would say. I mean, think about it. I mean, I can do a search algorithm. Like if you say, hey, search an element in a list, I can use a Python built-in search module. I don't need to write the algorithm for that. If I'm not able to do it, does it mean I don't know programming? No, right? That's the thing, right? So for this lead code and all, okay, yeah, if you want to go to Google, Facebook, big stuff, yeah, go ahead and do lead code. But that's not my cup of tea. I mean, I would say, I know programming. I developed a lot of libraries. I did a lot of coding over the years. If I'm not able to solve data structures or algorithms, that does not mean I don't know coding. That's the thing. I mean, that's up to me. I mean, think about it. There is two things. I mean, either you can go to lead code and keep practicing data structures and algorithm, or you can learn different framework like Python, Django, Flask. You can learn iOS apps building like Flutter. What is it called? Terraform, AWS. I mean, if you just keep doing lead code, will that help you to learn all of these things? No, right? I mean, I know a lot of more things than the lead code stuff. Okay, I mean, uh, I don't know, man. I mean, it's just I think it's just waste of time for me. I mean, all this lead code and stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna use all of that in my industries, right? So I'm not gonna use all that algorithms and all of that while writing. I mean, of course, yes, maybe, but I think it's yeah. But the harsh reality is basically you would be judged and grilled on data structures and algorithm. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Question. Can you make tutorials on DRF token authentication system? Like session authentication, refresh tokens, OAuth, OAuth2. Okay. Uh, Manu, I'll try to check on this. I did not do a session authentication. I don't even know about this. I heard it for the first time, but I'll try to make some video. I'll learn it if I don't know, as I said, and I'll get back to you. Good analysis about the oops. Yeah. Can you make tutorials on token authentication? Sure. That's done. I like the channel. I like the channel. Keep going. You deserve more. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know what? I don't care about subscribers. I mean, all I care about is if I'm sharing something because that's what matters to me. I mean, I'm contributing to society. I mean, I'm not like the other YouTubers, like people who would say, like, who would. So here's the thing, guy. I don't know if you know this. This is the fact, reality that I'm telling you. If you make videos, like if you record videos, like like just you talk like this, so that would be gaining more views than actually you would prepare coding videos. So that's like, for example, I don't want to name any people here on YouTube. There are people like tech lead and all of that. All they do is just talk. I mean, and they have million followers. I mean, what the fuck? Just because you're from Google and you just keep talking, that means you have a million followers. I don't really care about all of that because honestly, I'm contributing to society. I'm helping people. That's what matters to me. Yeah. Can you make a tutorial on DRF? That's done. No. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Okay. Few more minutes and we'll wrap up. Okay. Thank you so much, Sarah Khan. I don't know if I said your name correctly. Sorry if I didn't pronounce it correctly. So yeah, guys, questions? Want to ask anything? Are you? What is this? Are you play CTF? What is CTF, by the way? Counter like Counter Strike. I don't know what is CTF. Capture the flag. I don't know. I didn't even heard about this. Capture the flag. I don't know. So anything that Clash of Clans? Oh no, no, I did not. I don't know. I don't play games. Do you know Purge Hots? No, I don't. Google Karo. Okay, sure, I'll do that. Yeah. Any more questions? Technical questions you want to ask? Anyone? Any system architecture or something like that? Um, yeah. So you would be expecting more tutorials on Flutter these days. Yeah, if anyone also wants to do any collaboration with me, like if you want to do a startup, like if you want to really launch an if you have an idea, we can make an app and we can launch it in iOS and Android. So let me know. We can work together. I can make the back end, front end, and I mean, we can do some startups, right? I mean, it's not like anything that will help the society, I would say, anything. So we can do something like that. Yeah, I'll drop my GitHub. I don't remember actually that my ID was it Sawmill 995 or signed. I think so. I'll drop it after the live share. Don't worry. Like I'll put it in the comments. Yeah, comments. Yeah. Or do you think anyone can learn? I mean, yeah, if a stupid person like me can learn coding, I mean, I come from electronic background and I mastered programming languages within 2 years. So anyone can do it in the world, I would say. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. Why not you? Like, think, I mean, anyone, like, in general. I mean, trust me, I did not even, I never wrote a single line of code, and now I'm writing big softwares, right? So if I can do it, anyone can do it. So yeah. That regarding the chat app, I mean, it I wouldn't be making chat-ups right now. Regarding the socket IO, I mean, it's not the preferred way you would do it in industries. I mean, of course, it works, the chat app, but the new quote-unquote way of making chat apps, I don't know if you guys know, is using AWS. You would use something called as WebSockets, right? What was that name? Forgot the name. I was trying that. So you would basically do everything on a WebSocket. You would write Lambda functions for connect dollar disconnect. So that's the better way, like more scalable way of doing chat apps, I would say. लाइव कोडिंग स्ट्रीमिंग करो यार प्रॉब्लम ये है लाइव कोडिंग की प्रॉब्लम इंटरनेट स्लो होता है और कंप्यूटर बहुत स्लो हो जाता है तो और उसमें वो मज़ा नहीं आता लाइक वो अगर जब लोग पूछना चाहते हैं तो मेरा ध्यान कोडिंग में होता है मैं रिप्लाई नहीं कर सकता हूँ so it's hard to like do that like when people like live coding and doing all of that like broadcasting I would prefer more like making the video and then uploading the contents. Okay, few more minutes and then that's it. We'll take three more questions and we'll wrap the live session right here. That's it for the Sunday. And the next live session would be directly next Sunday. Three more questions and we'll wrap it up. Okay. So I'll just take three more questions and after that, I shall wrap the session because I have to jump back into straight coding because I have to work on my new idea that is REST API code generator like Django admin. So I'll start working on that now. That's my project. All right. Any more questions, guys? So we have two questions for authorization OAuth with Flask RESTful API. OAuth, okay. Yeah, I can think about a video on that, Pankaj. Yeah, I'll put it on my to-do list. Carlos, will you do more videos with TensorFlow? Man, Carlos, as I said, has been a really long time. I did machine learning, has been a year, right? So I lost a like lost a grip on syntax and all of that. So as of now, I'm into web development. So I'm extremely sorry. I won't be doing any more tutorials on TensorFlow for now, at least. Extract hidden API on website. I already have like I think 15 videos on that. So kindly check that out. AWS deployment with Django. Okay, I can create a video on deploying Django projects on AWS. We'll be adding that on to-do list. Any machine learning code resources? Machine learning resources, I would say Udemy on LinkedIn. Jose Portilla, sorry if I pronounce the name incorrectly. He's a pretty good guy for ML. He teaches on Udemy. So yeah, stay safe. Yeah, you too, guys. Manoj says, which is the best place to put all your apps specific to HTML templates file? Are you talking about the Flask? If you're talking about the Flask, you can use Manoj. You can use blueprints. So basically, you put everything, all your HTML files in template files, and you can, of course, do all of that in Flask. There's something called as blueprints. So yeah, check out the blueprints. Last question for the day. I'll take one more question, and I'm going to end the session right here. Okay, we're going to take one more question for the day. Last questions, and then I have to start programming. I mean, 30 minutes, 37 minutes. I have been so. I'm gonna take one more question, guys. So yeah, last question for the day. Any technical questions or anything specific you wanna ask? This is the time because the next live session the session would be directly next Sunday. So and yeah, I mean I hope you guys know that if you want to reach out to me, you have my email ID, Skype, and all of that. So yeah. Okay, we have the last question for the day. It's by Akshay. He says, "Can you make videos on REST with Django?" I already have Akshay videos on making REST APIs with Django. I have 15 tutorials on that on my Django playlist. So kindly check that out. Hopefully that should help you out. All right, so we shall wrap the session right here. We have answered, I think I've answered a lot of questions on the live chats. So hopefully, thank you for watching once again. Keep smiling, guys. Stay safe, everyone. Hope everyone is learning something new. Don't waste your time. Uh, yeah, that's it for this video. Keep smiling and see you guys in the next video. Let's end the video right here. All right.